Hey guys, this is David with the Mortgage Edge podcast, brought to you by Click and Close Mortgage. Today, I got a very special guest from Argyle, Texas, Amber Purcell, one of the top realtors at Monument Realty. Amber, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, Amber Purcell, let's talk about your real estate career. How long have you been a realtor?
Approximately 18 months.
Holy cow. So, our audience don't know this, but 18 months. But one thing I do know is you were a top 500 realtor through, it just came out a couple of days ago from Real Magazine, right?
Real producer, top 500 in the DFW, North Texas. Yes, sir.
That's amazing. So you must have just real estate in your blood, right? So let's talk a little bit about that. What did you do before that?
Okay, so who Amber Purcell is not who Amber Purcell was, right? So I came from California. I was a waitress for 13 years at Olive Garden. And so I was a single mom. I had a 9-year-old and 5-year-old at the time. And I would work 2 jobs, honestly. I waitressed in the day and I bartended at night. And so what got me into real estate is my husband now. He pushed me and drove me when COVID hit. We were locked in our house in California. And so he is the one that opened up the doors and my light and opportunity and saw something in me that I didn't see. And so I got my real estate license in California. I did it for about 9 months, and then we decided that we were moving to Texas.
What made y'all move to Texas from California? Other than the obvious.
Other than the obvious. So God, number one, my faith in when God tells you to do something, you just do it without even thinking about it. Yeah. He'll close one door and open up 5 more opportunities, and that's what happened for us. My husband worked at Northrop Grumman. And then he was able to switch over to Lockheed, and then Lockheed was able to move us here to Texas. We wanted a better life for our children. I have 4 boys. My oldest is almost 23, and he's in the Navy. And he has a 1-year-old, so I'm a Mima. And then I have an 18-year-old, 11-year-old, and my baby just turned 6. So I have all boys. I'm just kind of like going off of everywhere where it came from. So, and then when we moved here to Texas, I started taking my real estate classes while I was still in California. So I started in September, and I finished. What's ironic is that it took me a full year to get my real estate license going through the school in California and to pass the test. And then when I knew I was moving to Texas, it only took me 6 months. However, Texas and California are one of the hardest exams in real estate. And so I got my real estate license there in Texas, and then I just joined right off the bat Monument Realty in Frisco.
What made you join Monument?
It's funny that you ask me that. God just totally put himself in this position. So when I was in California, I was thinking about okay, what is my brand? Who am I going to be? And so the symbol of a star just kept coming to mind. And so a star for me is, okay, what does that mean, God, the star? So I looked it up, and it's a situation that takes a task that has an action that creates a result. And I knew right then and there that I was going to be a star. Star was my symbol. Ironically, I am actually a winner of The Price is Right in 2017.
What?
So that kind of played into effect of being a star and being on national television. And so I was a winner in 2017. I won the whole show.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
The grand prize?
The grand prize.
Wow.
From beginning to end, I won 2 trips to Ireland. Or I won 2 trips. One was to Ireland. One was to Spain. I won a barbecue, a pellet grill barbecue, 2 iPads, and a 2017 Toyota Corolla car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that your first time on The Price is Right?
That was the first time I was ever on a game show. Ever. Like, ever.
That is amazing. You are a star. What a great story.
So it just kind of like tied in with like who I was, the life journey that God has led me to happen. And so when I moved here to Texas, it's like the Lone Star State. It's like, and so I met my team lead when we had flown out here to look at houses to see if you could pack up and move everything from what you're born and raised in California with to a new state, don't know anybody, have no friends, no family, no sphere, like no nothing. I knew nothing about the cities or what it entailed. Don't know. I still don't get the names right. People will correct me, but it's totally fine. And so when I moved here, it was just the most amazing thing to experience. And so my team lead got me on at Monument. I started the Monument program, which is now the training camp program that they have. And I learned more at that brokerage at Monument than I did in 30 days. I learned more in 30 days than I did a whole year prior to the brokerage that I was at in California.
And what year was that?
And that was in 2021. So I got my license in 21. So 2020, COVID, 2021, I was a realtor. Then I did my schooling 2022 and signed on at Monument 2023.
Okay.
So I finished the program in 30 days, and so they had us set a goal. And our goal was to close 6 deals in 6 months. And so I was like, okay, how am I going to close 6 deals in 6 months? I don't know anybody. I didn't go to school here. And so I just hit the ground and I just started running. I ended up closing 7 deals in 6 months.
How did you get? Because they don't give you leads in the first 6 months, right?
They do.
Oh, they do give you leads.
They do give you leads.
Okay, good.
So Monument does give you leads, but you have to nurture those leads. You have to turn those leads into converting into a transaction, and you only have 3 seconds to meet somebody and have an impression on them, right?
Right.
3 seconds. So, every morning I would pray and say, okay, Lord, like whoever I meet today, I want to be able to help them, help me guide them, give them the knowledge, give them the wisdom, all of the things, give me the wisdom and knowledge and all of the things. And so, I just did it. I just did 7 deals in 6 months and I just hit the ground running from there. And so anyways, Lorena is my team lead for DFW More Homes, and she is the one that brought me on to Monument, and she's the one that has guided me, and one of the reasons why I am successful is because of her.
That's awesome. So fast forwarded to your your first full year, and you crushed it. What happened? 7 deals, and all of a sudden, boom! It just exploded.
It just exploded.
What do you attribute to that? How did it explode? I mean, people don't find that level of success in real estate. You are truly the 1%. I'm sure everybody at Monument tells you that all the time, don't they?
Mm-hmm, they do. They do because they see the hard work that I have put into it. I never say no to meeting anybody or a lead. I never say no. Just an example, I had a client that I met and they just wanted to buy a piece of land in Dallas. And so it was a $60,000 lead. And nobody wanted to take it in our group thing. So I was like, I'll take it. I met them, 3 seconds of an impression, and they loved me. And so that lead a year later called me and said, hey, we're ready to buy a home now. And so I helped them buy their first home. That was $500,000. So little did I know that they just wanted a piece of land, but they found their realtor for life. So my motto is I don't want to be your realtor for one time. I want to be your realtor for a lifetime. Like, it's not a transaction for me. It is a journey life. I want to help you. I want to help your children. I want to help, your friends, your family. Like, the experience that you have with me is something different than you have with anyone else.
I can see why everybody loves you, Amber, because I love you. I know your clients love you, and you just have this over the top personality. And over it's you draw people in because you're real.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What a great story. So fast forwarded second year. What do you expect to have? What's your goals for 2025?
Oh man.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Just keep doing what I'm doing. Help as many families as I possibly can. Not have to worry about, like, am I going to pay my next bill? Like, is my check going to be enough? I don't want to have to worry about going to a restaurant and not being able to get my kids whatever they want on the menu. It's a struggle. As what you see on the outside of, like, what a realtor life is, there's also, like, the other side of it, and it's sleepless nights. It's working till 11:30 p.m. and your husband's yelling from downstairs, like, come to bed, you need to go to sleep. Like, you got to get the kids up in the morning for school, and you got to do all those things, and you still have to be you wear very many hats, and you still have to be a mom, you still have to be a wife, you still have to be a friend. And so for me, for 2025, I feel like I've asked God to give me a life balance.
Yeah.
And so my goal is to sell over $1 million home this year. Like, I want to take my business to the next level of luxury real estate, and so I think that's where I want to be.
Well, let's talk about that. People always think that you live this luxurious life as a realtor. You get time off, you go out to eat, Let's talk about the realtor life. That the audience know. The top 1%, which you are. It's 7 days a week. Is there what days?
I think it's 9 days a week.
Yeah, it probably is.
If we could have 9 days a week, I feel like that's what our realtor life is, right? Our phone is always on. Our emails are always open, flooded with emails and responding and being quick. This generation especially is like Instagram, Instacart, Instapot.
Yeah.
It's very, like, everybody wants it now. And so you just have to learn how to work that in your life. I, even as a waitress at Olive Garden, I remember, like, even when they would just call me on a day off, I would drop whatever I was doing, a family birthday or a function or something like that. I would drop what I was doing to go in to work. Why? Because I knew that if I would go in, I would make some kind of money, right?
Yeah.
I would, if I needed a bill to be paid, I'd pick up an extra shift or work a double that day or things like that. And so with real estate, it's not as, like, the money doesn't always come to you, like, instantly.
Yeah.
We have to wait, right? We wait 30 days, 45 days. Sometimes it get pushed out. Sometimes you think you're going to have a closing and you're like, oh, we closed on Friday, but we won't see our money until Monday because everything's closed on Saturday, Sunday, and title doesn't close and fund until that happens. So there's, like, a lot of different layers and puzzle pieces to being a realtor that a lot of people don't understand.
Got to manage your money.
Yep. You do. And that's what I'm learning this year.
Yeah.
I'm learning it for sure.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk about your why. Why?
I know.
Why? I know you have a why, and I probably guess what it is already. But what motivates you to work so hard? What motivates you to get out of bed? What motivates you to work 9 days a week, 80 hours a day, however you want?
Just being a part of somebody's journey. Meeting new people is like my passion for life. Getting to know people and letting people in to get to know me is like my highlight and my legacy here. I feel like being able to hand over keys to a family that it's their first home, that is
No better feeling in there.
like, yes, that is joyous. And I feel like God has put me in this journey and career for a purpose and for a reason. And I'm so excited to see like what he has in store for me, because there are so many things that I have planned. Growing up, my mom was like a single mom, and my grandparents put her like in an unwedded mother's home, and I was 2 years old in an unwedded mother's home. And so there are things in my life that have led me up to this, and I feel like, God, I want to be able to help the community, maybe the single moms. Like there's something that I'm trying to like want to move forward. It's called like making moves, and maybe it's just being able to buy a car cash and handing it to a single mom so she could get to her job, to help
Yeah.
with her, cuz that's the key. If you can give people the tools to get to where they need to be, then if God is blessing me, then I want to bless others.
That's so awesome, Amber. What a great why.
So yeah,
How about
my
those
why.
kids? How I mean, go from the struggles that you've had to all of a sudden now, being a top realtor and having a little bit of freedom.
A little bit of freedom.
I tell people all the time, money gives you options. That's all it does.
It does,
You know,
yeah.
it doesn't. All it does is make you more of what you are. If you're
Mm-hmm.
a good person, it makes you more of a good person. If you're a bad person, it amplifies that. Obviously, you're a great person.
Thank you.
How do you with 3 kids still in the house, a mother, and how do you juggle it? I mean, tell me how you do what you do and still be there for your kids.
Oh gosh, sometimes I feel like I'm there, but I'm not there. Some nights it's let me just go run by and pick up something for dinner.
Yep.
Sometimes it's I'm home, but I'm upstairs on the computer writing an offer or doing an amendment or something like that. It's the weekends where it's like we're out at a family outing or taking the kids to urban air or something, and it's you get a phone call and your clients want to go see a house right away. So it's giving up a little bit now. I remember Dave Ramsey says that if you work like nobody today, you will live like nobody tomorrow. And so I kind of take that with me. It's like I know that right now it's hard. Right now it's hard, but I know that God has something better in store for me and for my family.
He does, Amber. He definitely does. Well, I'll be real frank with you, Amber. You are an inspiration to every
Thank you.
realtor out there. I still can't believe in less than 18 months you're a top 1% realtor in your area. There's no doubt in my mind the future is bright for you. And if I'm looking for real estate out there in the Argyle, what areas do you cover?
I cover all DFW area. So my rule of thumb is 2 hours any direction.
Holy cow, that's a big area.
I will drive 2 hours any direction. If you are willing to meet me and love me the way I love myself and my family, like I will help you and guide you. So 2 hours any direction.
That's so awesome.
I go to Azle and Hearst,
Holy cow.
Dallas, Plano, here Addison, Argyle, Fort Worth, Waco. I've been to Waco.
Oh, yeah. Waco's what, an hour and a half away?
Yeah.
Almost 2 hours?
Yep, 2 hours.
Yep.
That's my rule of thumb. Is 2 hours any direction. I will help you.
There you go. That's why you're one of the best. Well, Amber, we can sit here and talk to you all day, but we're definitely going to table this for another comeback, maybe in 6 months to a year. Check back in with you, see how you're doing out
wow.
there, and see if you're number one out of all Monument, which Monument's a big brokerage, which there's no doubt in my mind you are a mover and a shaker.
Yeah.
If the people want to find you, and I know they do, how do they get hold of Amber Purcell?
So you could follow me on Instagram. It's Amber Purcell _realtor. Facebook is Amber Purcell, just my first and last name. If you want to call me,
Yeah, what's your phone
my
number?
phone number is 760-508-6960.
And if you are watching us live, you saw that come across the lower thirds. I can tell you this: if you're looking for real estate in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Amber Purcell is your lady. I mean, you can hang out with her all day long, go look at houses, or list your house, and she's there for you. Well, thanks for being with us today, guys. I'm David Wynn. I'm with the Mortgage Edge podcast. We'll see you later.